Hello and welcome to this very quick video having a look at what you get in this pack here. This is the T-1 Pmp Conversion Pack. Now this is available from HEEWing directly and it's all the pieces you need with the exception actually of the flight controller and some other pieces as well, but it's the bits that you need to change the HEEWing into a VTOL platform. Now, I have something that's very similar. I actually looked at this Pmp Hobby VTOL a while ago, and that's an expensive piece of kit. It's a big, beautiful model, DJI HD in it, actually based on adhere pilot, a closed system, but it's amazing. And at the moment, I'm actually building a little VTOL project as my first one. It's using a 4-in-1 setup, so bolting 4 motors onto an existing model. However, loads of people have been playing with this stuff in the intervening months since I started filming that project, and there have been lots who have gone and turned the Ranger T1 into a little VTOL. Now, as my next project, that's absolutely something that I want to do. Actually, I have a spare Ranger T1 here that's going to be perfect for that. So this is not a cheap conversion kit. I'll put a link down below so you can go and check it out. So now I've got mine in, I thought let's unpack it and actually see what you get. So this is the way that the pack comes, T1 Pmp VTOL Conversion Pack, and it is absolutely full of bits, and it looks like I can see servos and injection molded plastic pieces, there are motors and stuff. So let's get this out and see what you get for the money. Okay, so the first thing is a tilting servo. This feels, yes it is, this is a metal geared servo in a support, so there's going to be at least 2 of those. Yep, there's the other one, another tilting servo. So there's 2 of those for the front 2 motors. We have a little ESC, 20 amp ESC, and then we have some connectors to go into the wing, because inside of the central part of the T1 there are those connectors, so those will I guess independently allow us to control the tilt servos. Then we have some props. Interesting, it's now 2-bladed props, slightly bigger. Size is 51/26/2. We're going to have 1 spare, I'm guessing, because we're going to need 3 of those. So they've upped the size of the props, that makes sense. We have a motor or 2. So these are FX 1806 2000 kV with a 250mm cable. Cute looking little motor. We've got at least another 2 of those. There we go. So these are the smaller versions. So these are the ones that are going to go into the front pods. FX 1806 2000 kV with 80mm cables. So those 2 should be for the front, and that is going to be for the rear on the boom. Speaking of the boom, we have a new one of those. Doesn't appear to be carbon fibre. Oh, it is. It is. It's carbon fibre. I can't see any extra holes for how the back servo back motor mounts on it. We'll have a look at that in a minute. We have some bullets and heat shrink that goes on the top, 2mm banana connectors, and then we have okay, here it is. This is the mount. Again, it doesn't look FDM 3D printed. This is the rear motor mount, so that is what the motor with the longer cable is going to go on. That makes sense. And then the last piece is a load of plastics. Now these will be the new nacelles and the supports that will take the servos that are going to tilt the motors and all those different pieces. So that is all you get for the pennies. Now this should be enough to put it together. Obviously we're going to need a flight controller, we're going to need adhere pilot setup and all those different things. So I will definitely be making that and showing all of the process. I will use a Maytech flight controller rather than anything too expensive, and we'll try and keep it relatively cheap and cheerful. Again, the thing with this is that the Ranger T1 is one of my favorite wings anyway. You know, that video that I did a little while ago, I talked about that. It's a fantastic twin. It is amazing. And you can land it in relatively small areas, but as an example, this is going to be great. So I'm going to put this on my spare white Ranger T1 body, and we'll see how it all works. So if you have anything in particular that you want me to show, do pop it down below and we'll investigate this. Probably going to be towards Halloween. Thank you for spending your time today watching that video. You can find me in all the usual places on social media, and if you're trying to learn about a subject, then check out the playlist. All of my videos are organized into easy to follow playlists that if you're trying to learn a topic will take you from the basics right the way through to some pretty advanced stuff.